Fox Focus. A few minutes for a closer look.
Hi, welcome to Fox Focus and Case or No Case. I'm Karen D'Alessandro from FM 106.1's Morning Show. And with me is Jeff Pitman from PKSD. And how have you been?
I've been well. How about yourself?
Good. You busy?
Yes, we've been very busy.
That's a good thing. And you have brought cases. Case or No Case is a chance for viewers to kind of get a feel for what could be a legal situation.
Yeah, we know that people, they get injured, or they have questions about a loved one who'd been injured. And so the idea is that we want to provide them with some information so they can make some good decisions for themselves. We're always there to help them out, but also so they can spot a problem and they might not even realize that there is a problem.
All right, I am going to be quizzed here, tested, play along, but you brought two situations.
Okay, so we have two cases. The first case is you take your family to the water park. Everybody likes to go to the water park and go down the slides in the lazy river and all that stuff. So let's say that your son goes down the slide, water slide, goes down, everything's fine. He's in the pool, he's about to get out. Then somebody else comes down the water slide. So it's an adult, boom, comes out and lands on top of your son and injures your son as a result of that. Case or no case against the water park?
Wow, things get crazy at water parks. I would say the water park did nothing to cause that injury. It was the guy coming down the slide. So I say against the water park, no case.
You're right. There probably would not be a case against them. You have to show that they did something wrong. And so if this gentleman, if the water park didn't do anything wrong and this gentleman just landed on your son, there's really not something they could have done to prevent that.
Okay.
Possibly if they would have sent that person down a little too early, didn't have enough time space, maybe there'd be something against the water park. But, you have to be able to show that they did something wrong to hold them accountable. Just because you're there doesn't mean that you got a claim against the water park.
All right, so that's one in the win column for me.
All right. Very good. So the second one is a case involving a nursing home. Your mom is at the nursing home because she suffered a stroke. And what they do is somebody who's been on a stroke, oftentimes they'll put them on a blood thinner that's called Coumadin, very common medication. The idea is if they're on Coumadin, then it'll keep their blood thin enough so that they don't develop a blood clot and suffer another stroke. But there's a delicate balance between having it too thin or too thick. And so they have to have certain tests. So the doctor orders the test so they can monitor their levels. The nursing home draws the blood, sends it to a lab. Lab's supposed to report back within about 24 hours. In this case, they send the blood out to the lab. The lab doesn't report back. And then your mom starts to suffer some internal bleeding. She has some bleeding gums, maybe some bruising, a little blood in the urine. Clearly, her blood's a little too thin. Case or no case against the nursing home?
And you're not asking about the lab, you're asking about the nursing home. I still think they're supposed to track down the results. So I would say, yeah, they're responsible for your mom. You have a case.
Right. You probably have a case against the nursing home because it's their duty and their obligation to make sure if they sent the blood out that they get the test results. And they know they have to track these Coumadin levels very, very carefully, and they know the doctors want to know these kinds of things. So just because they hand it off doesn't mean that they don't have to think about it anymore. It's their responsibility to make sure they get the results back so they can get the results to the doctor. That's what they need to do. So it's just not, walk away from it and hope for the best.
Well, that's your specialty at PKSD.
It is our specialty, and unfortunately, we see a number of these cases involving Coumadin lately, where people get too little, or they get too much, they go to the hospital, they can have brain bleeds. It's a very serious matter and something that people really have to monitor. All
right, well, if you feel you or your family members have maybe possibly been injured or in a situation that involved an accident, call PKSD at 333-3333, or you can go to the website. It's pksd.com. Thanks for watching today.
Interested in appearing on Fox Focus? Email us at foxfocus@fox6now.com.